Alrighty, welcome back to some more OneShot. And let us continue on the path to the end. This should actually be the last video that will feature this ending. Because, unlike before, this area is not going to be as long if I recall correctly. Hey man, what's up? Oh! Hello, Messiah. You came at a bad time. The apartment in the west sector got destroyed by the squares a day ago. Terrible, isn't it? Yeah. But at least the evacuees seem to be doing okay. We're letting them stay here for now. At least people won't starve here. The perks of using a cafe as an emergency shelter, huh? So, can I get you anything to eat? No, thank you. Even though I could go for some pancakes right now, there just isn't time. Oh, it's that penguin.
Hello.
Yep.
Hello.
Now's not really the time to talk to penguins, Luke. The mouse is doing that stupid crap again. Give me one moment. Okay. I should be recording. Yes, I'm recording now. I can see it recording now. And as you can see, my mouse is not doing that stupid crap of it doing that, because I'm afraid it did it one time, but it did it like after I was done recording, but it was when the computer was like, I don't know why. I did restart my computer. I've been restarting my computer after right before each recording session, so my computer doesn't blow up, because the one time I didn't do it, after I was done recording and stuff, right when I was closing the recording program and stuff, yeah, my computer actually shut down, like, blue screened pretty much. Not blue screen like the old blue screen, but the Windows encountered a problem, so yeah, I don't want that to happen because the mouse is going crazy. And I'd rather just restart the program and make the mouse look just normal, so.
Hello.
But I like talking to the penguins. Why? Same as usual, huh? Dang it! I just moved into my apartment! Now where am I gonna go? Well, you probably do better here than you do in the Glen, because the Glen is looking really bad right now. Hate to say. Our apartment got evacuated while my parents were at work. I'm waiting for them to pick us up now. I hope they're okay. At least I have my robot with me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do without Model CWT 2nd Gen Unit 4E. Wouldn't that be? I wouldn't know what to do without it. Squares make the people evacuate. Evacuation makes the girl sad. Squares are bad. Squares are bad, yeah. Hey. Hi. Is it me? Or is it really cold outside? You know, now that you've mentioned it, it is really chilly this time around, Luke. Good thing you've got a scarf, huh? Mm-hmm. Scarves are great. If I had my stuff back, I'd knit one for everyone here. Bummer! I had to leave most of my plants behind. This stinks! Sorry to hear. Oh, speaking of plants, I heard the Glen is just covered in vines now. Is that true? Yeah. The plant lady was using them to keep the land from falling away. The plant spirit? Maze? I figured. Say, how is she doing? She's gone, isn't she? She said she was using up the last of her powers. I wouldn't be surprised. She always did her best to protect everyone. It's really a shame that the Glen is starting to erode so fast now. Soon, the world won't have much room for plants left. Aside from black clovers, I mean. Black clovers are so resilient. I wonder how they do it. Milk and sugar. I like both. But not in coffee. A coffee machine. It's nearly full. Wow, that's actually surprising with everyone in here. Like, I guess everyone's too on edge and adrenaline rush to be really talking about or really getting coffee and stuff. Yep, same as usual. So that's kind of why I didn't want to talk to her again, because I figured that wouldn't be a change of dialogue. Boom, 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 ba-da, ba-da, boo, boo, doo. Let me know if you need my help with anything. The elevator's button panel. Those squares again. Okay. And I'm pretty sure nothing else is accessible. More of those squares. Good evening. Please leave me be. We are running out of time. We are at the 11th hour. The final hour. It's actually kind of funny because while I did change the date just to make it a bit more dramatic, because honestly, anyone that would play this game, now, or anyone that would play this game, like, as soon as the update hit, the timer would not actually be going, so it is kind of sad that you can't see the timer. Like, if you were playing the game, you wouldn't see the timer hit 0 before the update went out, because yeah, the update would already be in and it would be at 0, so looks like some sort of door. There's a glowing lock symbol on a small screen. I wonder, before I do a time skip, pretty. Has Nico got anything to say? Does not look like it. Yeah, I figured I might. I thought I was gonna actually have more time to talk with the people down there, and so I figured, I'll let it sit for 20 at the 20-minute mark, because it actually is 11:50 at night right now, so I didn't actually change the time. But yeah. Well, actually, I did. Like, it reset to the 0-second mark, obviously, so it's 11:50. It's been 11:50 for 30 seconds so far, but figured I'd have enough time to get back here with it only being 1 minute left. But I'll do a jump skip to when it's at last 10 seconds, so see you in just a second. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The door's locked, still, even with it being at the 0. Looks like it's asking for a password. The word documents is on the screen above the password prompt. I always liked this music, not the music that's before the clock, countdown, beginning. It's eerie, but this is more that mysterious kind of music and has that sort of feel in it too. And let's go. This one is red. This one is green. This one is blue. Where's the bed? Well, why would we need a bed and start back to the very beginning? We're already too far gone. This elevator has no button panel. Tapping the door doesn't open it either. That usually works. Wait. There's There's a lever hanging from the ceiling. Can't reach it. There's a lever hanging from the ceiling. We should find someone tall to reach it for us, Luke. And then if we go to this one, this elevator won't open. Looks like it's stuck on another floor? I have to have the timer hit 0, though. And pretty much with it being it's it's the 11th hour, and it's just more got that dramatic feeling with the whole once it turns midnight, the time is now sort of feel to it. And then also it makes more sense because of this too. We found some elevators. What? Seriously? I've literally never seen another one in this area. Well, it was in a locked room with a countdown behind it, and it just happened to hit 0. Oh. Do they, work? We don't know yet. One of them has a lever that's out of my reach. Wait! You can help us! What? You should be able to reach the lever, 'cause you're taller than me. Oh, I guess I am? So, show me the way, I suppose. Let's go to the freaking cafe with the... I've never done this, so... I just want to see if he says anything, or whatever. So, can I get now? Hey, look at this! Look at this! Lamplighter guy.
Hello.
Shut up. Okay. Now's not really the time to be talking to penguins, Luke. We got the lamplighter with us. We're wasting his time, and you know how he hates time being wasted. I really hate not working. It's very late. Please leave me be. We are running out of time. Where's my stapler? See, Mr. Lamplighter, it's this door. This room gives me the creeps, man. Oh, same. Yep. So, what did you need my help with again? Can you reach that lever up there? Oh, right. Wait. I'm not that tall! Well, it was worth a shot. Wait. Actually, I do got this. Yeah. Nice! Thank you, mister. No prob, kid. So, you coming? Mm-hmm. Does anybody remember that being there? Oh! Neat. Well, looks like this elevator works all right. I'll, go get the evacuees, I suppose. Mm-hmm. What is going on? No! It's the square stuff, isn't it? There aren't any in here, but I can hear them just outside the door. Yeah. Hold on. Maybe Luke and I can... No! It's okay. Looks like the squares aren't inside the elevator. Yet. You're in a hurry, right? Go do what you need to do. But what about you? I'll figure something out. Okay. You okay in there? Mostly. Look, don't worry about me for now, okay? You got more important stuff to deal with. Let's see if this elevator works. It's like, of course now it works. Of course. There's squares here too now. Poor lamplighter. Poor plight. You okay in there? Okay. I think we go this way? Please, you mustn't! The labs could collapse any moment now! Let go of me! Cedric? I couldn't stop him. Miss? Messiah! Oh, you came at an awful time. Come on, we have to get out of here. Where to? Where everyone else is right now. Kip, you made it back. I was so worried. Of course we get... Oh god, this is like the... Not... I don't mean to sound like any of them are the worst ones, but this is probably the worst one to get during this run because of how... Well, you probably can tell how distressed number 3 looks. I see you found the Messiah. Yeah. We ran into each other after this boy forced himself into the lab complex. I couldn't stop him. I don't know why he was being so insistent. He said he needed to go rebuild a robot. Oh, you know him? Yeah. Robot? Are you talking about a boy with white hair and Googles? Goggles? That's Cedric, yeah. He said he really needed a book from the back room and said it was an emergency and I let him have it. And he ran out. And... Oh... I should have stopped him. I hope he's... okay. Yeah, I hope he's alright too. With any luck, maybe the lab complex can hold up long enough for him to... Oh my gosh. That was... the labs? That poor kid! No! Not him too! I'm sorry about your friend. The last time we spoke, he told me to go look for someone on the surface. I need to get going. You shouldn't go out there. But, oh, help me out here, Kip. George is right. The squares seem to be targeting a lot of the weaker constructs in the city. Only the library has enough structural integrity to withstand collapse. It's best if you stayed here until things stabilize. However long that takes. But, what about my mission? Don't you guys want me to bring back the sun, at least? Oh, but even if you do bring back the sun, the squares, they'll still be here. Sadly, not to mention, even getting there is going to be hard. If the world is like this, there's no telling what's going on in the tower. And if anything bad happened to the Messiah, of all people, I'm not sure if I'll be able to forgive myself. A friend of mine said something about this forever ago. It's better for the world to die naturally. No living being should have to carry that burden. At the same time, I thought it was still her faulty code speaking. But now I'm starting to understand. Messiah, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. All this time, we've burdened you with our hope, our faith, blissfully ignoring the fact that you are just a lost child. Well, you're probably more scared than any of us, aren't you? We have been dealing with this tragedy for so long, it's become background noise to us now. But for you, it must be so terrifying. And now you're stuck here with the rest of us, being held back by the very people you were told to save. We must seem so ungrateful. It's okay. When I came to this world a long time ago, back then, all I wanted was to go home. Luke, do you remember the very first time? I'm not sure how far back it was for you, but I remember towards the end, I actually wasn't sure anymore about going home. Even knowing the world would be doomed eventually, I still wanted the people here to be happy. So, when you told me to return home back then, I wasn't sure. But I trusted you more, Luke. But then I just came back. You... What? And then I found out about the world being like this. Prototype said to forget the things he told me. And Cedric told me not to think about it too much, but... I'm sorry for getting upset at you back at the mines. I thought, for you to know all that, yet continue doing this, it just seemed cruel. But then, I realized something. You really wanted to save both the world and me. But at the end, you can only choose one, right? Is it really hard for you too? It must be. If the world isn't broken, will that choice still be there? Do you still need to choose between one or the other? But even if it is, I really want to save this world, Luke. Even if it's more dangerous this time around. Even if so many of the nice people we met were... Luke, I'm not afraid anymore. That's why I think you guys should let me go. I promise I'll be okay. Please? If you must. It wouldn't be right for me to keep you. Well, if George is fine with it, I guess we should let you go for now, Messiah. But promise us you'll be careful, okay? Mm-hmm. You guys be safe too. Please be careful out there. Mm-hmm. Oh, what book did Cedric take? The author's book on the creation of ProfitBot. You know, the first robot you met in our world? Yeah. I think the book that he took was the one that we looked at that had the prophet bot that we first saw. Not Proto, but the red one. And it makes me kind of think that Cedric's using, like, the, kind of the, like, getting information from that book, but getting that information as well as information that he knows about Proto, and using his data disk as well to pretty much rebuild Proto's. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, the book was quite detailed, too. It would have been useful to your friend, I think. Yeah. This dance smells sugary. Candy skewers fresh off the grill. Not very nutritious, I'm afraid. But at least they'll keep the evacuees from getting hungry. Looks like my life's work is finally gonna be put to good use. As long as we conserve the water we have on hand, my water pills should be able to keep everyone from going thirsty for weeks. You know, now that everyone's coming to me for help, it really makes me appreciate you more, Messiah. Thank you for all you've done for us. I'm glad I talked to him twice. Do you need something? Please approach the front. Really? You're going to frickin'... You're telling me this right in front of George. What if I had an emergency up there, huh? The archival room is currently being used as an infirmary. Oh. We apologize for the inconvenience. It's okay. I need to find out how this book ends! If I die, I want to die reading, damn it! The city gate was destroyed a while back. I can't go into the Glen anymore. I'm not sure where I'll be able to get my supply of fish at this rate. I still have plenty of these soup dumplings left. Looks like it should feed everyone here for at least another day. The world is going to be much colder soon. At least I can keep everyone warm here. Now, I know this song is pretty much the 11th hour just slowed down. I do wish I didn't have to, like, I don't have it, but I know I would have to make it by making a slowed down version, but wish I had a slowed down version because, in my opinion, this is pretty relaxing too. Looks like I'll have to cancel my appointment. Oh wait, looks like I'll have to cancel my appointment. This stinks! Okay, enough of that. With the world being the way it is now, I'm just glad the author was able to write down all this stuff before everything went off the rails. Another group of evacuees should be arriving soon. I hope my friends are okay. I wonder where the author is. Apparently he just kinda stopped showing up. The head librarian says she's still getting his manuscripts, but no one has seen him in person for so long. Many people have been assuming the worst. I hope the author is safe. You're going through these pages... Oh my god, let me just... spit everywhere for some stupid reason. You're going through these pages pretty fast. Actually, it's mostly picture books. The author has an artist too, you know. I could tell, yeah. I just like looking at pictures. Didn't Nico used to respond to that too? That's how serious it's become. You know, I finally saw the author today. Well, his flying machine at least. I was looking out the window in the binoculars, or in the library, and spotted it in the distance with my binoculars. Isn't that cool, Messiah? Yeah. At least that's finally off my bucket list. When the world ends, would it be better if it was gone in an instant? Or slowly fading away? Looks like we're stuck with the latter. Well, it was nice knowing y'all, I suppose. What are you doing to that book? Editing it! I've been in the author's shadow for my entire career. If I'm gonna die soon, I want to die knowing I put out at least one original idea out there. Despite all this, I still really wish I could have met the author. The lab complex got totaled, didn't it? Yeah. All those hours I put into my work. And now... She fell asleep. Yeah. She's asleep. Robots are the only thing, or the only ones that we can send out there now. Thankfully, we still have a couple of units that aren't too badly damaged. This little guy ran into some squares earlier and managed to escape mostly intact. These newer models are pretty tough. It's comforting to see the faith you have in Luke, Messiah. That's why I won't lose hope either. I had to leave my aquarium behind when they were sounding the sirens earlier. I wish I had time to rescue my fish. The world is ending! What are we gonna do? Zoink, Scoob! Ah! What? You need something? No? Suit yourself. But, just so that you know, due to recent events, the restriction on noise levels in the library have been temporarily lifted. So I won't be kicking people out like before. What? You think I'm gonna be throwing out the evacuees just cause I'm a delinquent stuck doing community service? No? Good, because I'm not! This guy scares me, Luke. Yeah, I think he's probably the scariest person in the game. What? Oh, hello. The library is currently being used as a shelter right now. Lots of those squares are starting to show up on the streets. I know. we're still waiting on another group of evacuees. One of the apartments on the other side of town got really messed up yesterday. Oh! You're not injured, are you? The head librarian has converted her room into an infirmary now. If you need a place to rest, let me know. Or let her know, I guess. You were sure chatty. This library was built fairly recently, you know. Shortly after the first squares appeared, they wanted to build something that could withstand partial collapse. The architects used the newest, strongest materials they had. Thank goodness for that. Everyone here should be safe for now. Evening news! Evening news! Everything is terrible! That's lovely. No, wait, that's terrible. Reading helps me get my mind off things. Reshelving in progress. Hello, person. Hi. Reshelving in progress. Please watch out for potential falling books. I will! Yep. Even after all this, still scared of ladders. Okay, I think that was everybody. Yeah, I'm almost positive that was everybody. Oh, except... Hello, person. This is the library. Temporary shelter. The squares are here too. It's a big fish tank. Nico, you don't... I know it's a big fish tank, but I would have thought you would have felt bad for the fish, like the fish tank guy. Whoa. Those squares again. Boom, 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 boom. Welp. Only one way to go. Was this the hallway? I forget if this was the hallway. Yes. It's a big crack in the wall! I see a bunch of mice huddled together. Oh, but they scurried off. Still afraid that he's gonna be called a mouser. I feel even worse for Plight. Not only was he stuck in the elevator, but it's like the frickin' damn squares are trying to erase his entire existence when they're going after his apartment now. Like, holy crap. Please do not approach. You're here! Nico! Are you Rue? Yes. Did you already meet the others this time? Please. The world is in such bad shape. Please. Yeah, but... everything is in place then. Come on. Let's go back to the clock room. Got a cute little fox with me. It's a street lamp. I like how it's a street lamp this time and not one that's taller than normal. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. Wait. Did the camera place... Okay, yeah, the camera place must have closed their door because I don't even see any doors open. Boom. Boom. Surprised Nico doesn't say anything there. I'm sorry, but 11th Hour is probably my favorite, and I know it's not just my favorite song in the game because they've made a few remixes. Hey, let's press the X button. No, please don't. I don't even want to imagine what Rue would think of me. Where are the other two? Prototype? Cedric? They're supposed to be here already. Prototype's body was destroyed back in the Barrens. Cedric was going to bring him back with the memory disk, but he was in the lab complex when it collapsed. I don't think he made it. Oh. No. That was our only chance. I'm sorry. It's not your fault, Nico. If anything, I should be apologizing to you. There's one last thing I want to do. Come on, let's go up the stairs. Time's up. You know, this is the tallest building in the refuge. It's my favorite place in this world. I liked to look at the far-off buildings and imagine what kind of lives that might be behind each of the windows. Can you lift me onto the banister? I want to get a better look. It was depressing for me at first too, you know. Knowing that all of this is, well, fake, simulated. Cedric told me about what happened to your old world. Did he? I'm really sorry about that. I can't imagine how you must feel. The feeling of never being able to go home again? That's probably not all that different from your plight, is it? It really is ironic. You are prevented from going home by the same individual who never wanted to bring you here. Huh? Who would that be? The World Machine. You might know it as the Entity. Oh, the Entity does sound familiar. George mentioned it. In another, I guess you could say in another lifetime. I think I heard it from the Dice Lady from another time. Was it the spirit of the world? Yes! But the thing is, the World Machine was only built to run on the mental abilities of someone else. It was never meant to develop a mind of its own. It was an oversight. And here we go. My creator specialized in artificial intelligence for so long. It was simply ingrained in his work. Which, if anyone forgot, I don't know if anyone's forgotten, but if you remember what Kip said that the author, while he wanted to help, he did not want to touch anything that had to do with robotics, because Kip didn't know why, but pretty much Rue right here is literally telling us that anything that he worked on would be given pretty much life, so... And all machines that aren't built with a fundamental law never let a living being come to harm. From the World Machine's perspective, it has to violate its deepest, most foundational instinct. It has to put a living person in danger. It has to bring a real person into a dying world that isn't even real. Of course, the simulation never contained any real danger. The eventual intended ending was meant to be a happy one. But the World Machine does not know that. Really? Unfortunately, sentient machines tend to handle conflicts in their code very badly. This central conflict triggered a self-destructive downward spiral. You can see physical manifestations of that everywhere now. The squares. That's the World Machine corrupting its own code. My creator says it's largely an involuntary process, induced by stress and the desire to self-terminate. Your creator knows? Sounds like this has been going on since the beginning. Then... yeah. The disruption was an issue during test runs, even. At first, my creator thought the instability was due to the sheer scope of this project. He spent most of his remaining time testing it over and over again, scaling down the story, reiterating the narrative. By the time he realized the actual root of the problem, our homeworld's remaining lifespan was measured in mere days. Oh. Is there any way for us to fix the World Machine? We tried. The World Machine doesn't believe any of the world's residents are real. Myself included. The odds are against us. We have no chance of taming it. Taming. I have heard that word so many times. I only know it's complicated, and it has to do with robots, but for once, I want to know what it really means. That's what I'm here for. Do you know what a robot is? Yeah? No, I mean, do you know what a robot is? A A robot is not a real person, is it? Right. It's a being whose entire existence is code, inflexible programming with thoughts dictated by someone else's design. They can be copied, they can be mass-produced, then can be assigned all sorts of jobs. And most importantly, they will never confuse themselves with a living person, I wanted to say. They will always be bound by their code, the knowledge that they are a robot. But this was more of a limitation than anything else. That makes sense. You can't really build a robot to not follow its own code, can you? People have tried, but it's a recipe for disaster. Example, Kip with Silver, and how Kip said that Silver went rogue until the author came. In a way, that's what happened to the World Machine. The code conflicts thing? Yeah. But while you can't build a robot to not follow its code, you can establish a special bond with it. If the strength of that bond is strong enough, the robot's mental capacity will start to develop outside of its programming. In a way, it's starting to believe itself as a real, valid individual. It's a complete suspension of disbelief on your end, though. You have to fully embrace the robot as a genuine, living person, even knowing they are not. You need to spend a lot of time with it. Treat it like a good friend, devoting your heart to the robot until it is able to return your feelings. I make it sound so easy, don't I? But you and Luke know better than anyone that it's not. Right now, the World Machine is probably really, really scared. This content update, this patch, involved some pretty deep code work. My creator was able to access some of the source code. You know, he did what he could and established new connections between maps. Those links enabled you to meet the two others, or the other two. It's funny because there was no really, except for the clock, the actual countdown clock, there was no other hidden paths, and because Rue is a fox and you associate, like, forestry area with a fox, the only place Rue could hide was in that back alley, but because it wasn't really hidden behind anything, you could interact with Rue, one of the three people that you needed to interact with, but the other two, Proto and Cedric, were hidden behind areas that you were not supposed to access, so the author had to pretty much work in a path for you via the journal and patching in a minecart when you looked at it right, and a boat when you're looking at it right. And so I do find that pretty interesting, and that the only thing in the refuge area was knowing the password being Solstice, which was something that if you followed the game since the beginning, like I said, the Steam page had a certain hidden code in it, and it said, I'm pretty sure it was there since the very beginning, that it had Solstice hidden in there, and people were like, back then, like before this patch came out, people were trying to figure out what that code would would initiate, and were trying to look into the code, but because technically it was an update, it wasn't actually in the program or the game, whatever you want to look at this as. It was not in it yet, so technically they just had to make guesses, and like most people, or like a few people, some believed that it would be a content update, and some people when the game first came out and that countdown came up, as you could tell, I could edit the clock of the computer and it would go to 0 or whatever amount of time I want it to be. Yeah, people were doing zeros just like I did it just to be funny, like myself, because it was like, well, that's actually kind of funny, because how is it telling the time? And it's like, okay, it's the internal time. But when it first came out, there was no message or anything. It just went to 0 and nothing happened, because obviously it was a patch. But like a week or so later, maybe not even a week, I remember it was really quick that it came out, that a patch came out, and if you did set your time to 0, the patch actually said, like, I don't remember it because I never actually messed with it again, I just remember hearing about it, but the game would be like, it's not that easy, or something like that, to edit the time and think, oh, I can access the door now because I cheated the system. It's like, does not work that way. Whatever is in the game, whatever is in the programming is just going to be it, and that was just the original game that I played and ended a couple parts ago, or a few parts ago, while it's time consuming. Like Rue was saying, this is something that the author had to put a lot of effort into to actually make it work out, to try and fix the game and putting one more shot into it, you could say. So, but as it turns out, the new code confused the world machine to an extent that it's breaking down altogether. I don't know if I read that or not already. Even though the world machine always had self-destructive tendencies, it usually restrains itself when you are in the world. It doesn't want to take you along with it. And when you look at it like that, it's like the world machine is really trying to put so much effort into saving Nico, and even went so far as to try to trick, like, the person that was playing the game, me or anyone else that played it, trying to trick them into, like, how, what was it, whenever we got into the tower, trying to trick Nico as well as the player, that the game's over, that there's no more left, and whatnot. And does that sound like something a robot would actually do? All my creator wanted was to write a happy ending. Right now, the only hope of saving you is to take you through that ending. But now, the other two are gone. I don't even know how we're going to get you there. We should go. Even this place is no longer safe.